Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and today we are diving into SlashZero, an action roguelite I've actually been pretty excited about. So at first glance, it looks like a fusion of both BlazBlue Entropy Effect and Dead Cells. So we're about to jump into the playtest and see exactly how far we can get. So far, all I've done is the tutorial, so right now we're hanging out in the fancy hub area. And so this is going to be where we can swap characters and do like meta progression stuff. I've got nothing unlocked, so we're going to jump into a run and see how crazy this game gets. There were a few different characters you could pick between, but we went with Nyx, who's got 2 swords. So I've got my basic attack, I've got my secondary attack, and I can also charge up and shoot out a wave. So we'll knock these guys out. Try not to get hit. Nice. And so now we should get an upgrade. So we've got an element of water. Normal attack now applies wet to enemies, increases normal attack damage. I don't know if I want to make my enemies wet, but all right. So wet is a debuff that reduces movement speed and attack speed. Got it. Okay, so the more we hit them, the more wet they get and the slower they get. Abyssal protection. After casting ultimate, gain a bubble shield. A bubble shield. For 15 seconds, the next 3 instances of damage taken by the time hacker will be greatly reduced. When obtained again, refreshes duration and remaining damage reduction instances. Got it. So whenever I do my ultimate, we get a bubble that protects us, and then we can also get Eternal Glacier. Summon an ice wall that deals damage when it appears, and again when it shatters, applying frozen each time. By default, it is summoned at the enemy in front of you. Interesting. This seems kind of cool. Let's grab the Eternal Glacier. So now if I hit Q, we can put up a wall. And then I can break it and do damage to the enemies. Not sure how practical that is, but we'll figure it out. So an upgrade chip allows us to learn a new technique, or we can go for a thunder upgrade. Let's get the chip. I want to learn some new attacks. And I also want to try out this ice wall. All right, this is dramatic. Okay, so ice wall. Oh my god. All right, well, that dude got destroyed. That cost a ton of energy, though. We can see down below that blue bar is how much energy we've got. So I can only really do it once, but it looks like this person has a gun, and they can't shoot through that wall. So that works perfectly. I've also got my ultimate, so if I group these guys up, just knock them out. Wall. Don't have enough energy. Wall. All right, nice. We've not gotten hit yet. So now we can get our upgrade chip. I'm so excited for this, man. I've said it before, but I love side-scrolling games. I grew up with them in some of the best roguelites. Rogue Legacy, Dead Cells, BlazBlue. Rogue Prince of Persia was also very solid. Mobile Pursuit. During a dash or backstep, press normal attack to perform a variant dodge attack. The variant backstep attack grants super armor. If spinning blades thrown by my special attack hit enemies, retrieving them gives us ultimate charge. Or we can learn how to block. Hold block to defend yourself. Press block just before an enemy attack hits to trigger a perfect block. After a perfect block, press normal attack to counter. All right, so we can turn this into Dark Souls. I'm feeling like we go for Mobile Pursuit. So now I have a dodge attack? Yeah, all right. And if I backstep, nice. Okay, so that gives us armor. So we can get a Mobius Fiber, gain camp construction materials upon victory. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's probably like meta progression. And that looks like a bomb. That was, in fact, a bomb. I want to try this new move. Hold on. So backstep kick. No, come down, man. I'm trying to kick you in the face. Not the most practical. I think the dodge attack is a little bit more useful. Mobius Fiber. Just what Theseus was looking for. So this is what it takes to repair the fortune chip. Okay, we got one of those. And now we can go to the Chamber of Vitality, increase my max HP, or go to the Chamber of Secrets, features an explorable area that contains mysterious encounters. Number 1 rule of any roguelite, man. If they give you a question mark path, you have to go there. No hesitancy. Oh, this is a boss fight. A time hacker. Haven't seen you before. New here? And you are? Watch out! Okay, well, that was kind of an overreaction. What is that? A temporal fragment. Rifts form in the timeline when time and space start to tangle and destabilize. The temporal chaos here is spiking. I need to go. See you around, rookie. We'll talk more next time. Why do you look like Eku from Morbid Metal? It's the first time I've met another time hacker during an adventure. Luckily, he didn't seem hostile. I'll ask Rui about it when I get back. Okay, so now we have a crack in space and time. Ground Zero. Damage taken increased by 20%. Last words. Obtain a high rarity authority factor with the same authority as the most recently obtained blessing. Last word effects trigger when fragments are decomposed. Oh, so as soon as I grab this, we will get a high rarity water upgrade. Got it. Increase final damage by 50%, but increases the first instance of damage taken in each chamber by 1, the second instance by 2, and so on. Wow. All right, so I'll do a ton of damage, but the more I get hit, the more massive the damage I receive will become. I feel like we can also skip this and get money, but I'm going to go ahead. I don't want any of these. I'm going to skip it. I don't want to take more damage. What incredible power. I should mention this to Ansel when I get back. This is definitely one of those roguelites that wants to kill you. What I mean by that is it does not want you to win your first run. So I'm going to try to be as smart as possible and not grab something that's going to make me die faster. So we got fire, we got water. We already have the ice wall, so we could try to stack up some water, see what that does. Don't forget about that move, which just deletes these guys in 2 seconds. The dodge attack doesn't seem that great. The backstep seems like it could be good with the armor, but I'm not finding a lot of good opportunities to use it. Black box decoder. I do not know what that is. You look like you got armor. So move back. We got a bomb here if you guys want to head this way. All right, have fun. You got one of them at least. All right, we need to knock you out. So it looks like you can't have any hit stun while you've got that yellow health bar, but when it's gone, I can stun lock you guys like crazy. Hold that. We group these guys up. We can ult. Nice. We're not taking any damage. 0 hit run. Please don't hit me with your very telegraphed balls. Do not appreciate that. Nice. Okay. So the combat, of course, the meta progression reminds me a lot of BlazBlue, but the combat's a little bit slower and more intentional, which I appreciate. Special attack now applies cold to enemies. Increase special attack damage, but also increase skill charge cost. Okay, so we'll do 40% more damage with my throwing blades, but it costs 30% more. Normal attack now applies wet to enemies. We could buff my basic attack. That does increase my basic attack damage by 20% too. I think that's kind of worth it. Dashing now creates ice path on the ground, extending dash distance to 1.2 times. Jumping during a dash now takes you further and allows you to phase through enemies. That seems awesome too, but let's go for Title Strike. Just so I have that damage increase. So now we can restore my HP, or we can increase my max HP. The character gains 1 bottle cap upon defeating each enemy, and loses 3 when they're hit by an enemy. So we really have bottle caps. This is Fallout. It's not BlazBlue. There we go down. No. Yes. That's a bomb. Well, there goes my money. All right, let's stop this. Hold that. Dude, this move is busted. This area is also way more elaborate. All right, the guy with the shield we don't want to mess with. We want to do this. Nice, break that, knock him out. I love this move. All right, we got robots. If it flies, it dies. If it shoots, it also dies. Oh my god. Whoa. Dude, what the hell is this room? This man has a Gatling gun. I've broken even with my money. All right, we had a net profit of 1 bottle cap. So that increases our max HP by 40. I don't think there's any secrets hidden around here, so I'm pretty happy with what we've done. So let's see what our next choice is. We can get a Law of Thunder. Gain a Law Authority factor upon victory. Character continuously gains ultimate charge, but dodge cooldown is doubled. Upon entering, restore 30% of lost HP, but damage taken is doubled in this chamber. So it looks like we've got different paths, and I think this one goes here. Hazard Zone. Face powerful elite enemies and earn temporal fragments. So that might be a boss. So I'm thinking let's go here first and see if it links to the boss room. That way we can get some more upgrades. I immediately forgot the bad stuff, but just don't get hit. The ice wall did not work. Oh, come on. Hold that. What? Oh, your shield's gone. Okay, good. Now you die. Thank you. Okay, so we can go down here, but is there anything up here? It looks like there might be. Nope, not yet. It's a play test, man. It's still very early on, so my sense of discovery is not rewarded yet. But we've got a black box decoder. I feel like, yeah, there's going to be more. Whoa. Oh, my God. All right, well, that worked. Dude, this thing, that ice wall is so broken. It just kills everything in the room. Killing an enemy triggers chain lightning, dealing diminishing damage to multiple enemies. I do like chain lightning. Hitting an enemy with a special attack triggers chain lightning. Okay, so we can get it with a kill or by hitting them with my daggers. But the chain lightning has different damage values. If I kill someone, it does 40 damage. If I hit them with the daggers, it does 15 damage. But this also increases the damage of my thrown blades. Revenge. A thunderstorm spawns around the attacker, dealing damage to enemies within range. So if I get hit, they get struck by lightning. I don't think I like to plan on getting hit, so I'm going to go ahead and do Thunder Assault. So now my daggers are a little bit stronger, and they do chain lightning. Eternity of Water. Oh, I guess I was wrong. It looks like this takes us into the sewers. Sector 7 sewers. The Hirosai contamination level is very high down here, but from outside, you can barely tell. Looks like someone set up equipment here to hide the Hirosai fluctuations. There's definitely something hidden deeper inside. Okay, so now we're in a brand new biome. It's interesting it gave me a choice to go to a boss. I mean, the other room was no cakewalk, but I know, kind of overkill, but you guys are brand new. I don't know what you do. Wait, don't hit the slime. Oh, do we not have to kill those bats? Move back. Let's do ice wall. Freeze you. Nice. But you explode. And you also spawn babies. They always spawn babies. Babies that explode. Dude, this angle is so awkward. Nice. So this area is completely different. Even the structure of the rooms. Okay, we got a little war going on here. You guys can all catch that. Now that. Activates the sentry mechanism. Upon spending a certain amount of skill charge, gain 1 stack of sentry charge. Time Hacker gains sentry charges capped at 8 stacks. While walking slowly or crouching, consumes charges to fire projectiles at targeted enemies. All right, so we get aura. Increases ultimate charge gained. Allows Time Hacker to apply more powerful wet and cold to enemies. If both wet and cold are applied on an enemy simultaneously, applies frozen. Interesting. So I can freeze them already or make them cold with my ice wall, and then my basic attack makes them wet. So we can combo that and freeze them. That seems worth it. So now all we can do is get a wind ability. I don't think my ice wall, well, it will. If you move down, it does. Bro, come on. All right, fine. Never mind, I can't open that. You really just gonna hide the whole time? Thank you. Now give me whatever this is. Another black box decoder. Whatever that is, we got a ton of them, so I assume whenever we go back to the base, we'll be able to buy a ton of things. Okay, so you spit. That's okay. We can do this. No! Don't spit on my face! Who needs to think in any encounter when I can just do that? Go for behind. Avoid the slime. Nice, okay. So it looks like I don't actually need to kill the slimes. Or maybe they just explode when all the other enemies die. Which is good. Makes my job easier. Okay, that is not the right way. Let's go down the tube. Losing too much HP right now. And I really haven't found a good opportunity to heal. It's interesting you have two enemies that fight each other here. So you're just kind of in the middle of their brawl. Okay, so what does wind do? Performing a jump or sprint grants 1 stack of speed of wind. For every 1% movement speed bonus, basic move damage increases by a certain amount. Okay, so speed of wind, a buff that increases movement speed by 2% with each stack. Stacks up to 10 times. So if I jump or sprint, I get 2% more damage from my basic attack. But I also lose stacks. Interesting, okay. Increases damage dealt for every 100 bottle caps owned. That's not bad. I haven't figured out how to spend these, so I have a ton of bottle caps. That's like a 20% damage increase. Might be more. 371. Yeah, that's a ton. Performing a dodge generates a forward-moving wind blade that deals damage and applies bleed upon hit. Each dodge now grants 1 stack of speed of wind. So wind is all about getting speed of wind, and that just makes you move faster. But if you grab Wind Song, the more you stack, the more damage you do. I don't know if it's smart for me to get this now because I've specialized in so much cold and thunder. I think this would be a really good thing to start your build with. So I'm going to go for Laceration. Just a straight DPS increase. Okay, so we can get another wind ability. Defeat 3 enemies using Authority skill to increase max HP by 10. Or water. Character continuously gains ultimate charge, but dodge cooldown is doubled. I want the max HP, but I don't want wind. I want more water. I'm gonna go for water, man. I like all these modifiers. It's cool. Oh, whoops. Bro, come on. On the other side of my wall. Okay, so you guys do nothing. Yeah, man, I grew up with, like, Castlevania and Metroid, and I just love games like this. Once you turn them into a roguelite, though, you take it another step forward. Because then you have all the randomness and replay value and angry bats that suck my face off. There's a ton more platforming in this area. Okay, hold on, move. Take that. It looks like I can never one-shot you with my ultimate if you have armor. But easily the best Castlevania, probably Symphony of the Night, followed by Portrait of Ruin. If you played Portrait of Ruin, you're a real one. Frozen enemies with HP below 30% will be executed. This effect deals fixed damage to elites and bosses instead. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to take that. Plus, it's gold, so it's got to be more rare, right? Oh, we have a shop. Or we can increase my max HP. The shop, I want to go to the shop, but I've got the extra damage. So I'm going to get the HP instead. I forced myself to never go to a shop ever. It's okay, though. I'm a greedy bastard. All right, that was easy. Another Mobius fiber. There is another character I want to try out. Her name is Fina, and she's got guns, so she's not melee at all, which would make some of these encounters way easier. I don't know why I did that. I panicked. That's okay. 40 more HP. That's a huge HP increase. I think that's what it was last time. All right, Extreme Hazard Zone. Face extremely powerful bosses. I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be, I guess. At least we have more health than when we started the run. Okay. Hold this. Sorry, did not expect that. All right, what are you going to do? Okay. A little bit of platforming. All right, hold this again. Damn it. All right. If I break that, we'll do even more damage to him. Oh, watch out. Wait, throw my blades. There we go. It's kind of free, man. Can I freeze you again? I can. Stack up the damage. Break the wall for more damage. Dude, you're easy. I have my ultimate too, so pop that. Into ice wall. Run. Oh my god. All right, so I'm going to wait. Because you give me some pretty easy opportunities to kill you. All right, so what about now? All right, well, that worked. I mean, you kind of blew yourself up, but I'm being carried so hard by this Eternal Glacier. When HP is below 20% of max HP and no damage has been taken recently, automatically restore HP. After the final strike of a normal attack combo hits, the next special attack or authority skill will be a critical hit. Or I can skip this to get 10% more damage. Oh man, I feel like the reason we also beat that boss was because I'm doing 40% more damage. No, I'm gonna take Violent Suppression. I thought about it, but it'd be stupid to skip 2 of those in a row. Time Stagnation Zone, a place where time stands still. So maybe like a rest spot?
Time Hacker, welcome to the Time Stagnation Zone. This place belongs to no timeline. Time stands still here. Rest, think, and get ready for what's next.
Okay.
Continuous exploration will gradually destabilize the timeline. Before continuing forward, you need to clear the temporal traces from your body to prevent a timeline collapse from happening.
Okay.
Please rest briefly in the Time Stagnation Zone and clear your temporal traces.
Well, it looks like it's at 0%, ma'am. About authority keys. I thought I'd get an authority key after that fight.
If we don't understand an authority well enough, we can't pull an authority key out of the environment.
So the authorities are the elements that we're aligning ourselves with.
Try using the encoder to analyze eternity. That may help. Let's hope the journey is a smooth one. Good luck finding and recovering the rest of the keys.
Okay, so I can interact with this. Can I interact with this too? Enable. No, we should probably touch the screen. Nice! Okay, so we've got full health now. You may proceed, Time Hacker. Well, this was amazing. So now we go to the next area. There's a lot of content in this playtest. I'm actually pretty impressed. All right, we got the home of the wasps. Nice. The chain lightning. The chain lightning is coming in clutch right now. My platforming, not so much. There's something sparkly up there. I need it. What is this? Survey log. We've lost our signal. The backup electromagnetic locator shows ripple-like disturbances. As we suspected, this force possesses a highly abnormal magnetic field. Perhaps this is why it remains untouched by Heros eye contamination. File corrupted. All right, well, thank you. Can I go in here? I cannot. These environments make me want to explore, man. All right, no thank you. Spitters or quitters? Okay. All right, let me process what's going on. Wait, hold on. Can I do this? No shot I can do this. Damn it. I was trying to ult them or hit them with the ice wall. I can probably use the ice wall to block the attacks, though, if I really wanted to be cheeky about it. All right. Easy. I mean, I get why that move is so strong, too, because it costs 70 energy. But I do feel like it's a little overtuned. This area would also probably be a lot easier for the character with a gun. Okay, thunder. Dashing deals damage to enemies along the path and grants electrified. At 4 stacks, the next attack triggers Thunderbolt. Okay, so if we dash through someone enough times, they get a Thunderbolt that hits them for 50 damage. Got it, okay. Increases the bounce count and range of Chain Lightning. That's not bad. 2 more bounces. Range increased by 6 meters. After casting an ultimate, spawn Ball Lightning at the nearest enemy location. Ball Lightning rapidly fires damage, dealing electrical currents for 3 seconds. 7 hits for 25 damage is kind of insane. But I think I want to go for Lightning Surge. This is blue, so I assume it's a higher rarity. But we have so many flying enemies. And the Chain Lightning is what's helping us the most right now. So I think we stick with that. So now we can get a new ability or go into fire. We really don't have a single fire upgrade. But we also don't have a ton of new abilities. We've got that dodge attack. Let's go get an upgrade chip. Just so we can learn some new attacks. What was that? That is bad. I don't know what that is, but it's bad. Dude, the Chain Lightning. All right, come on, buddy. Oh, so that keeps exploding. There was nothing down here, right? No. Okay, that's cool. But this is cooler. Hold that. I also think you might get your ult charge a little too fast. Dynamic Offensive. While airborne, press up and attack to perform an upward spin variant. Then press down and attack to perform a downward strike variant. Holding special attack no longer throws knives. The knives now orbit the body, dealing multiple instances of damage to enemies. That's new. That's kind of cool. Inscription locked. Complete 20 chambers while owning a chip. Complete 3 chambers while owning a chip. I don't know what the inscription means. Maybe we can have this permanently. On the ground, hold up and attack to leap into the air, then press down and attack to perform a downward sweep variant. So these are just different versions of Dynamic Offensive. One's alpha and one's beta. Let's go for the B. So I've got an upward juggle and a downward slash now. It looks like I can go up here. I'm going to try. I probably don't get anything, but, you know. What? A crashed aircraft? Looks like it's been here for quite some time. I wouldn't put too much hope on finding survivors. The crash looks bad. Did Heros Eye do this, or could there be some other reason? Can we keep going? We cannot. All right, well, cool. At least I got rewarded with something. Chamber of Secrets. So this is another mystery encounter, or we can go to a shop. I want to see the mystery, because last time we saw that cool samurai guy. Oh, you're here again. You're here. Faster than I expected. How long have you been in this forest? 3 days. Got a decent haul out of it. But the forest's changing. The contaminated area keeps expanding. Natural spread doesn't happen this fast. Could it be? I read that as something totally different. Could it be AIDS? Whoever's behind it, they want more than just wrecking this forest. Be careful. See you, Nix. Okay, I got a fragment. Nice. We saw ground zero. That gives me a new upgrade, but I take 20% more damage. Increase dodge base power by 100%, but double its cooldown. If shielded, power increase becomes 200% instead. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a ton of these fragments, and some of them are probably really useful. Some of these options are not that exciting to me. It does hurt the fact that I got that upgrade that makes me do more damage the more money I have. Because if that didn't exist, I'd probably be like, yeah, okay, let's try this. But I'm gonna be like, no, give me 10% more damage. We're gonna cheese this game by one-shotting virtually everything. Now we've got a boss. It's gonna be like a giant plant or something. The mushroom instead? Oh no, it's a mob. You look sick. Here, take this. You cannot be frozen. Understood. Or maybe you can. No, you can't. And you got a ton of HP. I'm hiding. Wow. Run? Am I supposed to run? How do I deal with those? You're gonna slash. Oh my god. I am getting humbled so hard. This was a totally different league than the other bosses. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Well, 94.1%. That's insane. I mean, I'm happy they were harder. Like, I actually had to stop what I was doing and try to learn their moves, which I did not do nearly fast enough. But we can see some of the progression now. Sector 7 geographic analysis complete. You can now affect Sector 7 across multiple timelines by building new programs. Time hacker. There's no time to waste. Take a look. Okay, so we got construction, and this is where we use our Mobius strips. So we can see Sector 7 and Fortune Chip. So we can upgrade the first area we went to with the thugs, or we can upgrade the bar. The authority code device was damaged during Herosai's attack, but now has been repaired and can be used to strengthen time hackers. Bottle cap collector, catalyst, chamber of respite. I see, so we can get different upgrades that appear. I kind of want to upgrade the base, though. Thank you for everything you've done. The authority code device is fully repaired. With it, you can decipher the power of the authorities and make it your own. Mr. Ansel already preloaded the device with some code samples, ready for further decryption. Since Mr. Ansel is away, Miss Rui will handle the rest of the briefing. Wishing you luck on your next adventure. Theseus Engineering Unit standing by. All right, so what else can I get? Time Hacker Challenges. Bonus Harvest. When obtaining Mobius Fiber, Black Box Decoder, or Memory Cassette, there's a 10% chance to receive one extra. There's another character, and you have to pick them in the main menu. So I'm wondering if you can actually swap between them here in the bar, or you need a separate save file. If you need a separate save file, that's crazy. Time Hacker Challenge system has been fully repaired and online. A series of objectives has been listed for you. Feel free to challenge them at your own pace for rewards. Wishing you all the best. Engineering Unit Theseus at your service. View challenge. Oh yeah, so we can just pop these achievements. And it remembers the ones we've done. So that's awesome. Still a lot of stuff we need to end up doing. Time Hackers assembled. Assemble 2 main combat time hackers in Fortune Chip. So I guess that might be how we get the other character. Heroes assemble. I got one more Mobius strip, but that's not enough to actually buy anything. Maybe there's something new we can unlock. Add to wish list.
You're finally here. Theseus sent word that he got the Mobius fiber from you and used it to fix the authority code device. As long as we keep collecting black box decoders, we'll get closer to deciphering the power of the authorities.
Well, good. I got plenty of those.
You're always in such a hurry. So much so that Ansel probably hasn't had the chance to explain things to you in detail. He's not around at the moment. If you've got questions, I'll do my best to answer. Anything else you'd like to know?
About the black box decoder. Where do I spend this? What exactly was that?
Another timeline. Someone's trying to study and decode the power of the authorities. Ansel was one of them. Deciphering the power of the authorities takes massive computing power. For a long time, no progress was made in that field. Until the black box decoder was created. No matter the timeline, black box decoder...
I also really like, throughout all the comparisons I've given to BlazBlue Entropy Effect, I don't like the aesthetic of Entropy Effect, where it's like this computer simulation and you're a little AI. I like the world building here a little bit more.
I need you to collect black box decoders. They're absolutely critical, as they can help us improve. Anything else you'd like to know?
No, I just want to know how to spend them.
I also need you to find authority code data and bring it back. Hiedos' followers in each timeline are also seeking this information. Pay special attention to enemies with severe Hiedos contamination. Keep exploring the timelines. Bring back intel.
So it looks like we've unlocked a good amount of things that are going to show up in our future runs that we did not have our first time through. Apollo of the Unknown. Dodge charge count. Oh, so this is where we use the black box decoders. So I can increase my charges for my dodge, increase my max HP, increase the chance for high rarity blessings to appear, gain 1 revival. Oh my god. That's nuts. All right, so we've gotten Fina, and so she is very different from Nyx. She's got guns, and she's not nearly as mobile. So we can charge up, blast through these guys, or I can hit it quick to do a shotgun blast. But we have to be very careful with her positioning. And so we got a wind attack. Hitting an enemy with a special attack creates an air blast, which can be imbued with other authorities' blessings. Casting an ultimate creates a blade storm, or normal attack now opens wounds on enemies, applying bleed to them. A debuff that triggers hemorrhage at 5 stacks, dealing basic move damage based on total bleed value. When the total bleed value exceeds the remaining HP, hemorrhage triggers early. All right, let's try this actually. If we can stack up that bleed effect with each bullet, that could end up being very good. Okay, so we can go for more wind, or we can get an upgrade chip. I want to see what new moves she can learn. All right, so you blow up, stack the bleed. So at 5 stacks, they hemorrhage, and they take a massive amount of damage. Okay, not cool. All right, that's kind of strong. Block. I don't think you really need to know how to do that. While airborne, press up to attack and then press down to attack for new moves. We had that as Nyx and Mobile Pursuit. We had both of these. We don't have the ability to reroll yet, so let's go for Dynamic Offensive again. I mean, your moves are way cooler. So we can go for a black box or a Mobius fiber. I kind of want to go for the black boxes because that's the meta progression to level up our character. Get that extra life. All right, so I'm going to turn into Bayonetta. Dude, and that stacks bleed? Holy crap. That's busted. Okay, she's she's a ton of fun. Okay. I locked in for a little bit there. I feel like with her, I'm more motivated to try to be flashy. Like I'm playing Devil May Cry all of a sudden. All right, we got the black box. So Chamber of Secrets or Chamber of Wealth. I don't really care about the wealth. The secret chamber seems like it always gives us the temporal rift. Oh, hello. Ansel, why are you here?
Time hacker intervention creates variables and timelines, and each timeline can only handle a limited number of variables. When time hackers encounter each other, it triggers an acute temporal disruption, which can lead to...
Okay, what's with all the science talk, man? Give me the upgrade chip. I see it right there.
Two time hackers meeting in a timeline is bad, but I'm not as strong as other time hackers, and there's very little temporal information on it. Don't worry too much about it. After all, look over here. It's an upgrade chip.
Are you really giving me a tutorial on an upgrade chip right now? No, you don't explain it. I'm good.
Please try to collect. I have a Fina.
All right, thank you, sir. Overload bombardment. During the recovery period of special attack, press special attack again to immediately fire a fully charged laser. Wait, what? Hold on. Let me see this. So charge and then charge. So yeah, we have a double shot now. Nice. Okay. That's kind of huge. Now water or wind? Let's keep rocking with wind. Water was fun, but I don't think it's going to really benefit her much. Another black box decoder. All right, so you're a problem. So move back. Shoot. Trying to do the double shot, but the timing is a little precise. All right, we need to try to ult. This could actually be the run where I don't take damage, especially because I can kill these guys before they can react. All right, hemorrhage. Let's move. Laser. There we go. I think I got it. Anything else over here? No, we're good. We're just gonna run through this one. Have a good time. Murder everything in sight, including especially the shield guy that I can just destroy from a distance. Sorry, man. Never stood a chance. Summon a forward-moving hurricane that deals damage and can be imbued with other authorities' blessings. Performing a dodge generates a forward-moving wind blade that deals damage and applies bleed. Ooh, I like that. Increased damage dealt for every 100 bottle caps owned. This, again, it's a higher rarity, though, so it goes up to 13%. No, give me Tailwind Stride. So now we can do bleed stacks when we dodge. So we got a full-on bleed build. We don't need to restore my HP, so let's go for the upgrade. Air dodges count. Hold that. Trying not to get shot. Let's ult. Nice. The range on that is insane, man. You're dead. Sorry, man. You just got executed. Okay, we got a ton of bombs. You get a bomb. You guys get bombs. Oh, I can't shoot those. There we go. Wow, look at you. Now, I think if we get the option, I want to level up my normal attack. Yeah, so we can do more bleed stacks. Okay, let's try this boss fight we skipped. Critical target detected. Encoded information, eternity. All right, you're cool. I can't believe I had the option just to skip this. All right, you need to get a little bit closer to me. My gun does not have the range I'd want it to have. All right, as much as I like that charge attack, all my damage is coming from the bleed. So we have to spam my basic attack. It's just not worth the DPS shift. Oh. Nice. Only got hit once. And we've got an authority code eternity. I should bring it back to the fortune chip. Upon entering, restore 30% of lost HP, but damage taken is doubled. Unknown new area. Yeah, we got the sewers. I feel like we're gonna have a much easier time here. Sure, I don't have the power of icicles anymore, but got the power of blood. But we're gonna do our best not to get hit because these guys are gonna chunk me away. By the time we got to the end of our run with Nyx, we had 210 health. All right, so you die. This works. That is way easier. Dude, I can just spam this, and there's no end. I mean, until I run out of energy, but that's crazy. As well as the stun lock, I could infinitely do this. Dodge gains an extra charge. Aerial dodge can now be performed one more time. Hitting an enemy with a charged normal attack generates an air blast, which can be imbued with other authorities' blessings. I like the idea of my heavy blast doing an air blast for extra damage. Aerial jump can be performed one more time. Jumping creates an air current that applies bleed. All right, I'm gonna grab graceful. Why? Because we have the blades on our dodge, right? So that's even more bleed. Okay, roll it back. I did not touch that. Ain't no way. Okay, this isn't going too well. I think I did not realize how much of a DPS increase we had from that bottle cap damage boost. So now coming in here, these guys are a little tankier, as well as Fina just doing less damage. Nice. Get some health. Grants the authority skill Lightning Dance. Time Hacker transforms into lightning for quick repositioning, dealing damage and applying 2 stacks of Electrified. So the special ability is like a dash attack. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and try Ball Lightning. I was interested in that last time. We didn't grab it. So whenever I ult, there's going to be a lightning ball that keeps doing damage to enemies. All right, so we got fire and more thunder. We already have the ball lightning. Defeat 3 enemies using dodge to get more max HP. Achieve a 5 kill streak in this chamber. Gain 40 bottle caps. Let's go for the health. So knock out 3 enemies with my dodge move. I don't know if that counts, because they died to the hemorrhage. But this is going to be kind of hard. Okay, come on, man. The platforming, I got to get used to a little bit. I say as I'm getting obliterated by slime. I mean, this happened last time, too, when I was playing as Nyx. All right, ultimate. So that's the lightning move. Ah, come on. I was trying to kill you with my dodge. We only killed 1 enemy. All right, that was tough. I guess it depends on what dodge attack you have as well. Killing an enemy triggers chain lightning. Hitting an enemy with special attack triggers chain lightning. I don't know if I really like the lightning tree that much. I'll do overload current, because that doesn't align to a special ability and closes off options. So now let's go to the shop and see what this is all about. Hello, welcome to my shop. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sam, courier for Boss Logistics. My duty is to deliver goods to customers quickly. My dream is to become the best courier bot ever. If you're a courier, why are you running a shop? Company's a little short on cash, so I'm doing some side business for now. This place may not look like much, but I've got the best stuff in Sector 7. Take a look. Okay, well, you got health, even more health, and a water upgrade. I want the upgrade. More ult charge. Special attack now applies cold to enemies. I like this because my special attack does 40% more damage. It's going to be more expensive, but I'm okay with that. And let's heal up. And let's roll out. These areas aren't very long because we're already at the boss. Especially now that I know what I'm doing a little bit. We won't be able to cheat this guy, though, so he's going to be very resilient. Yeah, I can barely do any damage to this guy. Actually, not true. I'm hurting you pretty bad. Nice to get on the platform. Shoot the face. It looks like if we stay close to him, he doesn't do... Never mind. I was about to say he doesn't do that move. He did in fact do this move. Nice. So get that fragment. Authority skill cooldown rate increased by 100%. Max charge increases by 1. Increase final damage by 50%, but increase the first instance of damage taken in each chamber by 1. I'm going to go for the core overclock this time. Because I really am not taking any damage until we get to the bosses, right? So back to the time stagnant zone. All right, 160 health in a dream. Let's see if we can't beat this stupid moth boss. I really like how this area looks, though. One thing I have to be careful of, I get really trigger happy with this ability, and if I just spam it, we do the shotgun blast, which does way less damage. If I charge, I'm gonna ult here, actually. Because now we really can't afford to get hit. I need to make it to the boss without taking a single smack. When near death, recoverable HP is no longer cleared. Enters the absolution state instead. The combat can continue if there is recoverable HP remaining in absolution. Taking damage again while in absolution will deduct from recoverable HP instead. Okay, interesting. Increases damage for first 15 seconds after hitting an enemy in each room. Or we could learn an authority skill because we don't have one yet. I don't want the lightning one, though. Let's try this absolution out. See how that works. Upgrade ship or fire. I mean, all the moves we've gotten with her have been so insane that I do want the upgrade ship. The last upgrade I want is just a special ability. Nice. Nice little hike through the trees. I don't like you. Oh, come on, man. Your move was done. Stop cheating. All right, well, we got hit, but that's okay. What moves do we get? Barrage fire. Hold normal attack to enter barrage fire mode. Increase normal attack base power by 40%. Bullets from normal attacks now pierce through enemies. What? And we've got the freaking bleed effect? That's nuts. Yeah. Chamber of Secrets. You're a wizard, Harry. What the hell is this? Sorry, you picked a bad time to show up. The park's got a problem, and I'm trying to fix it. Give me a little time. Soon the power will be back on, and this place will be alive again. Come back then. Should I keep talking to it? Continue. Need help? To get this amusement park running again, I need a really powerful generator. If you find anything, come tell me. Thanks for the help. Here, take this as thanks. Increase dodge base power by 100%, but double its cooldown. We do have 4 charges of dodge. Characters with melee normal attacks gain 44% crit against distant enemies. Characters with ranged normal attacks gain 44% crit against nearby enemies. I see. So I want to be close. That's interesting. All right, let's do that then. So if they get a little too close to me, we get that high crit chance. All right, boss fight. Let's get some revenge. Come on, Mothra. I'm going to get obliterated here, too. I feel it. All right, you're going to throw this. How do I deal with that? Oh, iframes. It's simple, Joe, really. Okay. Just like actually wait and see what's happening. I'm supposed to destroy these. Nice. Oh, come on, dude. That move still goes off? Oh, there's that lightning ball I forgot about. Oh, we're gonna die. If I slow down and not get hit. Oh my god. What throws me off is the poison that's still on the ground like that. It makes me have to think in a way that my brain doesn't want to when playing this game. because I get all hyped up. And this happens anytime I play an action game because I start to rely fully on my reflexes. And so all the poison leaves poison patches on the ground. So as much as I want to attack him and just burst his health down, anywhere I land that's not safe, I'm just killing myself. And I knew it was happening. But I saw the damage going down, and I'm just like, come on, push it, bleed him. So, yeah, that happened. But guys, this has been SlashZero. This game is a ton of fun. It is only the playtest. If you guys enjoyed this, I would love to come back in for another dive and see if we can actually beat that boss, do some of the meta progression. I'm not going to dive too deep into this game right now because it's not even like an early access or anything. It is a very early build for what this game's going to be. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know down below. Leave me a comment, hit that like button. And if you've watched me this far and have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so because that supports me way more than you know. That's going to be it for me, and I will see you guys next time.